This is my prototype for PlanetRead's Burn-in Subtitle Mismatch Detection tool. It has 4 files, each handling one stage of the pipeline. I won't go into the details. I'll simply start with the demo. So firstly, if we run our transcribe file, what happens here is our whisper takes a video, extracts the audio, and returns the timestamped text segments for everything which was spoken. Now, each line here is a segment. It has a start time, end time, and the spoken text. The results of the same are saved in a segments.json file so that we avoid transcripting again and again as we move along. Now, we can see that this is the transcripted version which we have been returned by the Whisper model. Now, moving along, we run the OCR here. What it does is OpenCV grabs a frame at a specific timestamp, crops the bottom 20% where the subtitles are, and Tesseract reads the text. Now, this is the file which was returned through that, and this is the logic where we crop the bottom 20%. Now, moving along to the important file, which is the checker. What it does is compare for every segment, whisper text versus the OCR text. It is scored by rapid fuzz, and if it is above a certain threshold, it is marked as OK, and if it is below a certain threshold, it is marked as for review. Now, lastly, the report file. What it does is it combines everything which we have done till now and generates a HTML file. If I show that to you, you can see that there were total of 44 segments, 42 were marked as OK, and 2 needed review. Now, why did that happen? Is that video not perfect? It is essentially, but there is a issue there. What is it? If I move into the report, what happens here is that the segments which are flagged as review are not real subtitle errors sometimes. Here is what actually happened there. The segment 1 which we had, the audio Whisper gave us was Cool Capella Din, but then the subtitle OCR which was returned to us was empty, and the score which we have given was 0, therefore marked as review. But this was an intro frame, there was no subtitle, it was just a title card. So this was not a real error, but our pipeline somehow broke here. So it was a mistake of empty OCR output, not the pipeline. Now, moving along to the part where there is an actual error, what happens is Whisper picks up something and subtitle OCR picks up something, but the pipeline currently is designed in such a way that it picks up the midpoint of a segment. What happened here was that our OCR picked up a subtitle which was ahead in the frame, and our audio which was captured was complete. Now, there was a timing alignment problem, and single frame sampling here will not solve the issue. So these were the two problems that are currently in our pipeline, which will be fixed as we move along the project. But then a genuine subtitle error, if I were to describe it, would look like this. OCR will return as a clear text, Whisper returns a clear text. Both are present but are somehow different in a very minor way. For example, our audio says wo kahan gayi thi, but our subtitle shows wo kahan gaya tha. It is the same sentence but the wrong gender, which essentially gave us a score of 60%, and it was flagged correctly because this is a real error which we should not have, and we can conclude that the tool is working correctly here. So to summarize everything, we can say that these are limitations as of now. These aren't bugs, and these should be fixed as we move along the project in the future. And what came up in my mind is that sampling multiple frames per segment and taking the best OCR match should fix the issue. And currently, this pipeline is language agnostic. We could simply change the language in here, and our tool will work on any language. Now, for Hindi and Marathi as well, I have used a Whisper small model. Here you go. This is a Marathi video, and here is the OCR frame which was captured. These are the transcriptions. As Hindi and Marathi use the same script, which is Devanagari, we can see that small performs a lot better. And I'll move on to the Kannada one, which uses a medium but still gives us a very rough transcription file. So moving on to the Kannada one, it also uses the same video, which is Rani Goes to School. But then what happens here is, even after using a medium model of Whisper, it still hallucinates a lot and does not really gives us a clear transcription file, which results in a lot of mismatched errors or false positive, we can call it. These are not really errors in our subtitle file. These are just the limitations as of now for the current pipeline. This was the whole code base. This lives in my repository. I will add the link of it below as well. And yes, that's it for the demo. Thank you.